We're going to be talking about the tragic death of Kaylyn Pryor. Kaylyn Pryor was a 20-year-old aspiring model out of Chicago at the time of her death. She had recently won a modeling contest, and that contest was sure to open up several doors for her in the fashion industry. However, on October the 13th, 2015, after visiting her grandparents in the Englewood neighborhood on Chicago's South Side, Kaylyn was walking to a bus stop roughly about 6:15 when she was fatally shot in a drive-by shooting. Before the shooting, she was actually standing at the bus stop with a 15-year-old male when a vehicle pulled up and opened fire on both of them, not only Kaylyn, but the 15-year-old as well. So they were both struck. However, Kaylyn was taken to the hospital and later pronounced dead, and the teen survived. As of today, there have been no arrests regarding Kaylyn's death. However, her family and the modeling community still remain shocked at what happened to Kaylyn Pryor. Let's run the clip.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.
Thanks for joining us today. We begin in Chicago, where an aspiring model with big dreams and a bright future was savagely gunned down. With no leads, her family and police need your help in bringing her killer to justice.
Funny, vivacious, goofy.
Where she would just be dancing around. That's pretty much all she did.
Just a few of the words Kaylyn Pryor's father and sister used to describe her.
Happy, hilarious, and all of her crazy dance moves.
Loudest one in the house, always.
Kaylyn's parents moved their girls to the relative safety of Evanston, about 20 miles north of the gang-infested south side of Chicago. But beautiful Kaylyn was on her way to the catwalks of New York and Paris.
She wanted to be a model, be a lawyer. She wanted to do everything.
In 2015, stunning 20-year-old Kaylyn beat out 500 other young women in a modeling competition.
Never seen it like that. Couldn't believe it.
Suddenly, Kaylyn was on the cusp of stardom, fielding offers from national modeling agencies.
This year's face for Mario Make Me a Model, Kaylyn.
They announced her name, and she was just kind of like,
Pause.
me? Did this like crazy strut. She had like a fierce walk.
She was even interviewed by a local news station, her father watching from the sidelines.
Oh, hi, Dad. Hi.
Then, on a cold November day, just hours before she was to sign a contract, cruel fate cast a devastating blow. After visiting her grandparents in the South Side neighborhood of Englewood, she headed for the bus stop to head home. But as she was standing near a 15-year-old boy, a dark-colored SUV rolled up and opened fire.
They shot him, I think 3 times. And she was standing, I guess she was standing so close to him that she couldn't get out the way. And shot her once.
The teenage boy, the intended target, survives. Sadly, Kaylyn isn't so lucky.
What they say is you in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know if I believe that or not, because you can be wherever you want to be.
The community rallies around the devastated family. Even Chicago's mayor at the time lends his support. But without a single witness stepping forward, the case goes cold.
It was daytime when it happened, so I know people saw it, but nobody said anything.
Now, 9 years later, there's no new information about Kaylyn's killer despite a $30,000 reward. Her father takes part in a campaign focused on ending gun violence in Chicago.
My name is Alan Scott. I lost my daughter, Kaylyn Nicole, to gun violence. Parents and adults, please talk to your children.
Our communities need to stand together and start making certain decisions to take back the community.
Right, exactly.
You know?
Why don't you own apartment buildings? Seriously, why don't you own these big apartment buildings? And
Joining me now is Kaylyn's father, Alan Scott. Mr. Scott, welcome. I'm so sorry for your loss and the fact that you still have no answers.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
It's been 9 years. Is there any update on your daughter's murder?
It's been a while since I heard anything.
But at least for a little while there, you had detectives with whom you had built some kind of a bond. And now with one passed and one retired, are you feeling, more isolated and maybe more alone in this process?
Yeah, I'm trying to be patient, but it's frustrating. Sometimes I think to myself, like, did she even exist at all, And I know she did. But, 9 years is a long time not to hear anything.
A very long time. Is there a little bit of hope by the fact that your daughter's case has now been moved to a cold case unit that might actually give it another set of eyes?
Absolutely hopeful. We're still devastated over this, honestly, I can't believe it. To this day, I can't believe it. It's been 9 years. It feels like it happened yesterday. I can't believe it. I just cannot believe this happened,
When your daughter was murdered, she was at the bus stop and there was someone else who was shot.
He's just a young kid trying to find himself. I asked him what you talked about, what you laughed about, but don't tell me anything after she died, after she got shot, because I can't. I got those thoughts in my head already, and I don't want to know her agony. So he told me they laughed and talked, and all of a sudden, you heard screeching of the tires and all these gunshots.
In 2022, the street where your daughter was murdered has been named after her. Is there something healing in that?
Yeah, she was special. Yeah, that street sign is going to be there forever. I miss my daughter. I miss her every day. I can't go a day without thinking about her.
I'm sorry, Mr. Scott. I hope you get justice.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have any information that could help catch Kaylyn's killer, please contact the homicide unit at the Chicago Police Department at 312-747-8271 or call the True Crime News tip line at 888-845-7555.
I hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.